So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
20.
On first down, Stafford here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He finds his man Johnson. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone, you got 4 down.
To throw again, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jones has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. This complete to Jones. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
That's strong running. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
39. Protein spill. 51.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ryan now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Here's Ryan to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Check.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. They were looking for Johnson that time. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Stanford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught at the 20. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. To throw again on second down. Stafford. That's to his running back, Johnson. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Throwing is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Hey, Will.
Stafford on 3rd down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage. On the play back at the 44.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
53, ready. 5.
So they will go for it. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, we're ready. We're ready.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tied right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. That one good for 33 in the first.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in it.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm here all day.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 yards on the pickup.
59!
At the 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford going to throw right side here, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Ryan, and the catch made by Hopkins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gets it off to Freeman. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually gets... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Mike 54. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st and
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We go set. Red 80.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball.
32.
Shift, shift, shift.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget